see a squad from Conference USA, the UTEP Miners, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Miners will kick it away first. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch it? They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
People still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. So UTEP's offense will get the first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know that having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Finding open areas. There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Dropping back, it's Pine. Puts it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Our coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now.
Looking for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. His opening drive gives them 3.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Wolverines offense has its first opportunity of the day. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're in Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. If you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Buying some time. Going to try to get it himself. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside kid. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Off play action. Fires left. Makes the grab. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Now from inside the red zone. Looking to scramble. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Haynes. Got enough space. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They call the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to throw, it's Pine. Rushes on him. The sure hand is Donald. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Miners will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So here comes the Michigan offense. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Haynes. He breaks a tackle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll keep it on the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 43. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Morgan. Smashes through the tackle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Got his man.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. This time they'll go to the running game. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Let's go. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll do it himself. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to pound it in. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out.
UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can drive together. This is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
To the ground, he's got it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Looking to throw, it's Pine. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wilson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at it, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. This one's complete. Breaks into the open. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching the post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It's not sexy, it's not pretty, it's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go high percentage, run the quarterback sneak, get the first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On the ground, it's Donald. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That's a fumble on the play. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Quick spin up. Oh, he spun him again. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can bring. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Touchdown, Niners! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. Your throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. He did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Makes the catch. It's Bargava. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Looking to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Turning it on. Touchdown, Wolverine. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
UTEP has the ball in the offense, ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Back to pass, it's Pine. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the Miners will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Donald. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Miners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Back to throw, it's Underwood. With the catch, it's Cleescorn. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the 1st down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. A low line drive and short kick. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Going right to work up top. Finds his man. It's Brown. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great way today.
Quick timeout called on the offense after the play.
And that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Miners send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here. He uncorks one deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get in a field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He lets one fly deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job in pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
They'll run it from the gun. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
But when you've had the day that this guy has had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll try the right side. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Miners will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for room. It's Haynes. Crosses the 45.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
They'll leave it with him. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The lone back's got it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Underwood. Grab near the marker, it's Morgan. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He's got the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Makes the catch. It's Holman. How about that? Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting the sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Not going to get there, not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers that'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Converts on 4th down, still going. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UTEP. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Haynes. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Sticking out the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Pine. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. And the Miners will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. There he goes. Open it up. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. He's got it on the move. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And so how physical are you willing to be offensively at this point on 3rd down coming up? Do you want to keep trying to run the football? I mean, you're right there at the goal line. How do you want to do it, though? You want to spread him out, maybe go zone read in the middle, give your quarterback the option to keep it? Or do you want to bring the big fellas in, go jumbo formation, and just try to impose your...
Touchdown, Wolverine! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tight end finds a soft spot. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Miners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I think at this point in the game now, in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out in the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Back to throw, it's Pine. Here's a hit. Oh, and he got drilled. The team just got rid of the football.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab past the marker. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And the Miners come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
A little screen to the running back.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. They just keep firing. Got it behind the line. It's Donald. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds the tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page as they were there.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He's got an open man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. To throw, it's Pine. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down line. The Miners racing to the line in the hurry up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught close to the marker, it's Wilson. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing. And you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, the ground game. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Going for 6. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. And the Wolverines are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
And And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Leaves it with the running back. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. On the ground with the counter. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Grab near the marker. It's Wilson. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw, it's Pine. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit. Just not enough to get it together.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you're trying to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Power football with the run. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you